Hello, and welcome everybody. JB here with JB's RCs. Thanks for stopping by. Got a great video for you today, coming at you with the SCX10 Pro. And we're testing out some new tires today. These are the Reefs RC Crux, a new addition from them. They just started doing some shocks too, so I think they're going to be branching out a little bit from just servos. Or maybe they have already and I just didn't know that. Pretty big fan of their servos. I got a couple and just wanted to try these tires out and see how they go. So we got my 10 Pro, which is one of my best performing crawlers that I have. Probably one that I would use for competition crawling if I ever did anything like that. Do love the look of this truck always. Got that Warlord body on there from Jconcepts. Super nice. Killer paint job on there as well. I think I did all right on that one. Getting pretty good at painting. But the tires work very well. It may look like they're not gripping, and that's partly because, one, they're brand new. They haven't been broken in yet, so this is first run with these. And the other is that this has a 40% overdrive on the front, or underdrive on the rear. I'm not sure, but definitely a huge overdrive situation. So it's either dragging the back tires or spinning the front ones. As far as the tires go, foams are a little soft, but this truck is not insanely heavy. Maybe a 9-pounder with the battery. They gripped quite well for being a first run. Like I said, usually with these tires, especially on this sandstone that I run on, it's very dusty and slippery. It's very slick. So for these to grip as good as they did on the first run, very impressive. And I will say also, when I got the tires, if you don't know me, I'm a big Jconcepts guy. Green compound, one of the stickiest out there. Does wear down a little bit faster than most just because it is so soft and sticky, but as much as I have run my tires, I've never had to replace a set of Jconcepts yet. And I've been in the hobby for about 8 years, but I do have about, right now, just over 30 crawlers. So I only use my crawlers maybe 2 or 3 times a year because I, space them out and run different ones. So, but even that being said, I still haven't had to replace a set. I did rip one set sidewall, got a little tear in it. So the sidewalls are a little thin. They could probably beef those up just a touch. But these definitely worked well. When I did open the package, though, I was thinking they weren't going to do very well because normally when you open a package of crawler tires, sticky compound crawler tires, they're stuck to each other. They're stuck to the package itself. You have to like peel them off. It's almost like tape, glue, or something on there. These were not like that. So either they put some sort of coating on them that made them not so sticky, so they didn't stick to each other into the package, or the rubber itself is just not as sticky as other soft rubber tires that I've bought. Even the Pro lines with the Predator compound, if you open those up, those are stuck together and stuck to the package. So when I first opened these, I really wasn't expecting a ton of a performance out of them, just because, like I said, they were not stuck together or stuck to the package. They came out very smoothly. But that could be, again, something that the company Reefs does just so it's easier to get them out of the package or something like that. They mounted up very nice. They're mounted on some brand new Treal 1.9 metal bead locks that I got. Actually had them for a little bit and just been waiting for a new set of tires to come out so I could test out the wheels as well. They got some good weight to them, as most Treals do. They don't use a ton of aluminum on their wheels, so most of them have a pretty good weight to them. And then, like I said, the truck itself is not insanely heavy, but it is got some brass on the front, brass on the rear. It's got a winch on there. The metal bead locks add a little weight. And I have it dropped real low. It is on straight axles as well, so not a lot of clearance on the axles. So always got to watch those high centers.
No worries.
But
buddy.
Other than that, we're out at Arapeca Sandhills Preserve, my favorite spot. We're coming into summer, so it is getting a little toasty out there. This day was very nice.
I agree.
But we are, the past couple weeks here have been almost 100 degrees every day already. And as you can see, not a cloud in the sky and very little breeze as well. So makes for some hot days. You guys are welcome. And I get out there and sweat a lot for these videos. I have fun, don't get me wrong, but it is very hot. And lately we've only been staying for a couple hours just because it has been so hot. And when I say we, of course, if you don't know already, that's me, JB's RCs, and Ian's RCs as well. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. He's got some new rigs. He just got the Fusion. I think you'll see it in the background a couple times in this video. The Red Cat Ascent Fusion. Great performing rig out of the box. I mean, if I didn't already have the regular Ascent that I've done a bunch of work to and modified, I would have got a Fusion for sure. From what I've seen for the price, it doesn't get much better out of the box for an RTR. Even their tires are real nice. The wheels, again, I'm not sure why people aren't just putting these, everybody changes their wheels and tires. Not sure why these companies aren't just charging a little extra and giving us some actual bead locks, even if they're plastic, just because sometimes the tires are good, or sometimes the wheels look nice and you want to keep those, but when they're glued, you can't really do that. You have to buy a whole nother set of tires, and if you're going to do that, you're going to buy a set you really like, rather than the RTR tires that come on them. So I wish some companies would start doing that, or a company. It would be really nice to see some metal bead locks even, and whatever tires you want, because then we can switch them out if we want, and we're not buying wheels and tires. And just throw it on the price. And some of these new rigs, I just was at an event to beat the creek there, and I was at Boom Racing, and they got that new ZL01, which is a fantastic looking rig, but it's like $750 for the kit. That's crazy, in my opinion. I mean, that's a lot of money for a 1/10 scale RC car. And I know there's more out there that are more expensive than that. You know, the Vanquish Origin, I mean, you can't really find them anymore, but if you do, you're paying $1,000 easy for those. That's a lot of money for an RC, in my opinion. None of my RCs are even close to that expensive. This one here I actually traded for an RC 4-wheel drive, and minus the body and the wheels and tires, I haven't changed anything on it. So, you know, even the RC 4-wheel drive is what, $500, a set of wheels and tires and a body, and some paint, and then a couple hundred more. This completely built with everything and able to perform with the best of them, in my opinion, especially with all the other guys that are out here and the competition that I see. It's very nice. But the tires, like I said, they worked really well. First run, gonna break them in, see how much better they get. I'm very impressed with them. They weren't crazy expensive either from Reefs. I know some of their servos can be expensive, but for the most part, from what I've seen and my experience with them, they are worth the little extra money. So I do love this truck though. Really love watching it work. It's got a crazy steering angle on it. We're running the G13 Pro, Three Brothers G13 Pro. Probably, in my opinion, one of the best direct power servos out there, and not expensive really for what it is. And great steering angle on this truck. The overdrive helps a lot in a lot of places, but I will say in some places it hinders it, especially on side hills. Since you're dragging the rear tires on a side hill, the back just wants to slide down the hill because you're dragging them, you know, they're skidding. But getting up over stuff and for turning, the overdrive is fantastic on this. Well, I guess I've been rambling long enough here, so we're gonna go ahead and let you guys finish watching the video with just a natural sound. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And we'll have some videos from Beat the Creek coming up real quick here. Next video will be from there. Next couple videos probably will be from there. So stay tuned for those if you want to check out that. If you've never been there before, you can kind of see what goes on there and how it works and a lot of the trails. And it was a real muddy and rainy weekend, so a lot of mud and water and stuff coming up for you. But hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and smash the notification button, of course. Really appreciate all the support, and we'll see you guys next time. Get out there and have some fun.